Hey yo, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel, Reece in real life, not in fake life, because they just faking about their life, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my page, like the video, share them to your friends, give them to somebody that you might think that need to be encouraged throughout their day. Today I want to talk to you about, what if you knew that this was hell? If you knew that this was hell, would you treat people more better? Would you do more compassionate things? Would you get up to motivate yourself every day to be able to get out of this thing? See, people, you know what I'm saying, we got this alternate reality where we think it's here's the earth, here's hell, here's heaven. And in reality, you know what I'm saying, what if we were in this place where this is hell and then it's heaven, and you were trying to fight your way out of here? You know what I mean? You're trying to fight your way to get back to your higher self. You're trying to fight your way to learn these lessons to be able to get out of here. And that's what it means when it means like when they say it's a place that you're gonna burn for thousands and thousands of years, and you'll be there. You'll just be there. This is the place, because what happens is if you don't learn the lessons here, that you'll just keep repeating it. And this is the hell, the place where you could be able to, babies getting killed, raped by their mother, shot in their head, all these different psychotic things or unimaginable things that, you know, you got this government that gives you all these drugs to inject you with all these things. You can't even eat a decent meal without getting some type of drugs inside of your food. They're putting all these different type of things inside of you. This has to be, it can't be a place more worse than this. It can't be. You've gotten so adapted to this mindset of thinking that this is heaven and trying to create a heaven here, that this is hell even when you're trying to create heaven here. You can't create heaven here. You can create it in my mind. I can go and create my own utopia and try to be able to live the best way that I can, but this is a prison. There's no way out of this prison. My spirit should absolutely be free. My spirit should absolutely be able to do the things that I want to be able to do. The spirit shouldn't have to worry about depending on man-made drugs to be able to ascend. I can't even brush my teeth without getting fluoride on it. That's not right. I shouldn't even have to worry about that. You know what I mean? You can't even drink your water without getting fluoride. You can't eat food without it having milk in it or doing this in it, and all these different type of things that the body doesn't even need. But we have figured out some type of way in our mental minds, in our insane minds, to think that this is heaven. There's no way that you could be able to go to a place where it's like it's a CVS or a Walgreens on every corner, and they're giving out these prescription drugs. They're on the corner just like the drug dealers are. It's no different. They're just prescribing them to you, and they're giving it to you legal. They're writing laws to make you think that this is okay. This is not good. Actually, if you're getting over-the-counter drugs, you're actually worse than a person who goes and buys street drugs from somebody, because the reality of it is at least they know what they're doing. You don't even know what you're doing. I've had friends that have been on drugs. You had a bad back, and then you get addicted to painkillers. You know what I'm saying? Not even wanting to be addicted to painkillers, not wanting to be a part of these things. You're unwantedly a part of something that you don't even know that you're a part of. You're continuing to perpetuate the lie within this whole matrix, or in this hell, this hellhole. You know what I'm saying? And granted, we can try to be able, as much as we possibly can, to be as spiritual as we possibly can. We can try to grow our own fruits. We can be able to try to live our best lives, getting out, meditating, getting some sun, and all those different type of things. At the end of the day, they're still spraying pesticide on our fruit. They're still doing all these different type of things. What would we do if we knew that this was hell? We would probably all come together and be like, hey, okay, let's shut this stuff down, man, because we don't need this. Let's try to find a different type of way, instead of having people with money and authority to be able to make the decisions for us. We're letting people make decisions to the fact that we no longer even have a decision. You think that you're running your mind, and you really don't anymore. You're just doing the things that are already set in place for you. You're just doing things that you were told to do. You're not doing what you want to do. And if I can't see anything right with that, if that's not hell, then I don't know what we living in, people. Hell is doing what you got doing. I hear somebody say, I'm just doing what I gotta do. That means to me that you're compromising who you are and what you believe and what it is that you may stand for. I'm doing what I want to do. You're doing what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a difference. I'm doing what I want to do. And as much as you can try, not even as much as you can try, as much as you can think that you're living a normal life, living like that, that's a mental hell that's been created for you and you don't even know it. They're so clever that they've created hell to you and you don't even know it, and you think you're living in heaven because you have money, you got bills, and you don't have any worries about those type of things. But you have no knowledge and no self-awareness of what's really going on. You don't even know that you need the sun. You don't even know what type of foods that you need to put inside of your body. You know how to work your car more than you know how to work your body. That has to be hell. That has to be hell because you don't even know you. You know everything outside of you, but you don't know you. That's hell. There's no way that could ever be heaven. We have to be able to learn how to just move forward within our lives and our daily regimens of being more conscious of what we're doing. If we're not more conscious of what we're doing, then what are we passing down to our kids? We're passing down traditions of mental illness. That's why today, more and more than ever, you're seeing more and more kids being on antidepressant pills and all these different type of things. And you got teachers that are diagnosing kids with, saying that these kids got ADHD. And last time I checked, when I was in school, you went to school to be a teacher, not to be a doctor. You can't diagnose a kid with ADHD. And then the parents just go along with it and be like, okay, well, cool. You know, he's getting ADHD. Let's just get a check for it. So then now you're getting a check for your kid, you know what I'm saying, all because you don't want to have to deal with anything. That's mental health. That is mental health, not for the kid. That's for you. Any type of parent that's going to sit around here and believe that your kid has this and your kid has this and your kid has that, something's wrong with you. You became so money hungry to the point of living in this system and trying to be able to perpetuate these lies just to keep up with the Joneses and doing anything that you'll sacrifice your own kid's mind. And you can't even think with your mind. That has to be a mental hell. That is hell. That's hell. But getting back to your higher self and trying to be able to live for yourself and clearly think outside of the box. Question everything. Believe nothing, question everything. And after you start being able to question things, you start being able to feel. Because then now your intuition can be able to take over, because now you're not moving as a human being, you're moving as a spiritual being. You're moving as that powerful force in the universe that they want you to be. You'll be able to know how to move like that because you're moving in a different type of light. You're moving in light. We're light children. We are children of the sun. We are light children. We are light bodies. That's what we're here for. We're here to ascend and be able to create that heaven, to be able to have that free consciousness and that free spirit. That's what we are. Stop forgetting that you are a spiritual being having a human experience and not a human having a spiritual experience. We go so long, so many times, never acknowledging that point alone. The people are teaching us that you can jump in and out of spirit. You cannot jump in and out of spirit. You are spirit. Now, can I act in my lower self some days? Absolutely. Can I? But for the most part, I'm trying to act in my higher self, and at all times, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And what I'm learning down here is to be able to try to detach myself from this body. You have to be able to learn how to detach yourself from this body, because the thing of it is, this body and you are separate. You are a spirit. The spirit can travel throughout the cosmos. You could be able to go and get into another body and do all these different magical things that you would never have a clue about, because you're too concealed and you're stuck in the illusion of thinking about the body. You have limitations. You're putting limitations on yourself. That's why you're in hell. You're burning in hell and don't even know it. But man, I just hope, this video is able to help somebody. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I hope if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like, love, subscribe, you know what I mean? Trying to make this page grow, you know what I'm saying? Once again, it's the boy Jarmel Reece. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. Ha! Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece in real life, not in fake life, because they just faking about their life, you know what I'm saying? Take it easy.
Self to higher self. All this rope talk, beefing over knowledge, us against us, intellectual warfare, false prophets. And you know what's funny? With all this going on, I got one question. Who really living